There's McClown. So we went to Mongolian barbecue, and the guy, and like my brother and I are 5 years apart, so like you wouldn't necessarily realize. I mean, and we look somewhat similar, but not like other brothers and sisters where we look really close. Like you could believe that we have the same parents, but we're not like it's not the same face structure or anything like that, right? So we go in, and the guy was like, "How many?" He's like, "How many?" And we're like, "2." He's like, "Okay, well, this nice private table over here." And my brother's like, "Dude, it's my sister." He's like, I mean, publicly super open in front of everybody table over here. It's funny.
We'll get McLeod in here.
Hello.
By the way, guys, we knew we were live. There we go. We take the cat away, and there's McLeod to hang out and play. Oh,
hello.
I'm Erik Rhyme Master Asmock.
Why do these things keep hitting me? It's very rude.
Where
Maybe
ping is out. So audience, welcome to and I gotta take the date because I don't even freaking know, April 29th, 2023, Push to Talk, episode gazillion.
And 2 or whatever the fuck it
counting,
is.
Yeah. Having a blast for decades here on INN. I'm looking. Here we are, back to the screen. Okay. So I can see the chat. Commander Starscream, hello as always. Thank you for following, Lazy. So we were. You missed the pre-show, McLeod. It was interesting.
Oh.
It was, and by the way, we're a little bit late because it was so riveting. We have to tell you guys, the audience, okay? We were talking about where is incest legal, and we were like, of course, we're on the internet looking shit up, right? And it blows me away. It's like not legal in West Virginia, Alabama, and Georgia, right? I'm sitting there going, those are the 3 states you think it is, because the big joke is, what do you call a virgin in West Virginia? And it's a girl can outrun her brother, right? So. So and I think Soth had a little bit of an incest fetish earlier, so that's why he brought it up. By the way, he's the one who brought it up.
No, we
were talking about OnlyFans.
And what's not legal
what's not allowed
on OnlyFans now?
Because I'm
it's
like,
not allowed on
it's not legal. They're like incest.
And I was telling them that's such a huge category. It was so weird for them to take it away.
How do they know? Because
people label it as fetish, right?
Is it?
They'll be like, my stepmother got stuck in the dryer,
Erik,
right? Like,
yeah, I think Erik clearly hasn't seen any of these videos.
We're
10 years or something.
I think we make
that kind of video is like so fucking sketchy as well.
They're not even like. It's like it'd be like my stepbrother and came over while I was in college or something, right? And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, let's not talk about cats. Anyway, I think next week we have a rational, in-depth conversation about this topic. After the show,
rational. Who wants a rational conversation? Like, who genuinely wants a rational conversation about that?
We were having a great
rational
conversation.
Air quote. Rational. Okay. So
all right.
I believe that after the show we have to go do some research. So we'll do a little Zoom session. We'll do a little research. You guys explain to me what I don't understand.
That doesn't sound dodgy at all, Erik.
Not at all.
Erik, so you should either make sure that your wife isn't around or involve her, right?
It's one or the two.
Okay. You guys have to understand. Technically, Erik married 2 women. Okay? It was buy one, get one free, and I'll explain that. I don't live in Utah.
That's about right.
Okay?
Yeah, because people will infer things.
By the way,
it's not even legal in Utah. It's just it's not prosecuted in Utah. That's the funny part. That's because almost all the politicians in Utah are related to one of the cults out there.
There is Mrs. Erik sober and Mrs. Erik intoxicated, even a little. Those are 2 different women. They're not the same. Okay, one will dance in public, the other will not. Okay, and by the way, that's not code. That actual dance.
That sounds about right.
As she proved last last Vegas that she was at, and then proceeded to paint the entire bathroom, which was as big as my office where we were, right? With the V word ending in a T, right? So yeah, so it was she was a little bit drunk that night, but she was dancing. No, two different personalities. One is very quiet, won't talk to anybody she doesn't know. One will talk to everybody under the sun for as long as you'll listen. That's every woman.
I like how Keisha's like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Eric? Variety is the spice of life, so that's great.
I have no complaints about Mrs. Eric. Zero. She puts up with me, number one. My children, number two. I'm not sure she'll make it through the daughter, though. That might break a couple nerves. I'm not sure she'll make it through on that one. So yeah, that's a little tougher. Not that they fight, just that my daughter is not like my wife. My daughter did a sleepover last night. She's still not home. Okay, East Coast time. It's a little after what?
I mean, as long as she's safe, right? You know.
Oh yeah. No. She has very nice friends, right? You get
good.
the whole.
You're good.
You know, the cheerleader squad goes everywhere together. They're like a school of fish, but they're like a school of piranhas. They will beat the crap out of anybody who does the girls wrong. So yeah, they're funny. Girls are funny. Watching them grow up, but she's more like my sister than my wife. Very much. So anyway. Are we outside our 20 minutes yet? Talking about
nowhere near. In actual fact, we're about we have a little
almost halfway.
By the way, Prim Jana,
there's nothing to talk about.
Prim Jana, subscribe with Prime. Thank you very much, Prim. Thank you. And remember that if you have Amazon Prime and you're not subscribed to any other Twitch channel, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel for free. It doesn't cost you anything. So we used to call them Bezos bucks. Now they're Jassy bucks. But thank you very much. We do appreciate that because, all the income that we're using for INN, the INN management team is using that for all the stuff that we can use here shortly and things that we're doing. So it does go to something.
I'm hoping that we get channel booze or t-shirts or something.
Channel booze or t-shirts.
Be kind of cool.
It would be nice if we all got something as like a, hey, INN show host stuff, right?
Yes, Commander Starscream, we have a management team. And we're working on changing our layout too. We're working with them, or whether we hire an outside company, get a little new updated look. I think it'll be good. Sothick still's in charge of that. He's the Screen Master General of Push to Talk. So yeah, he yells at people. That's his job.
One thing I want to we could talk about,
but someone has to do it.
Eric, have you noticed how more expensive fast food is getting in the U.S.? And it's like stark. Like,
so I'll be honest, we don't get a ton of fast food.
I don't normally go a lot either, but maybe once a week or something, right?
I may
just kind of
depend,
like on a weekend, right?
Because of McDonald's.
So
by the way,
to give
in the last 3 weeks, I've lost 7 pounds.
Very nice. Snaps for Eric. But like, to give you an idea,
why do you have British money?
It's heavier than U.S. money because it's metric.
Yes, that's how that works.
I mean, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So to give you an idea, my normal McDonald's meal would either range from $4.44 to $7.
Okay, and what is
kind of depend upon
normal meal? What would you get in that?
Normal meal would be 2 plain hamburgers, a small fry, and a large drink.
Okay.
But now just to get that is $7, and then if I got like a 4-piece chicken nugget with it, it would make it $9. And I was like, well, that's fucking ridiculous. The first time I ordered it that price, I was like, really? What did I order? But like they've made hamburgers from 89 cents or $0.99 to like $1.50. I'm like, motherfuckers, your burgers are not worth $1.50.
Commander Starscream says $15 in Jersey.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I went to Noodles and Company last night, which my normal order would be maybe $10 or $11, like drink and meal. It was $16. I like ordered it. I didn't think I heard him right, so I was just like, okay, whatever. And then I looked at my bill and I was like, what the fuck? No wonder I've never. I that's ridiculous.
So how hard is the energy crisis and shit like that hit you guys? Like not really that much at all, or what? Like
my energy's not changed in price, but dear Lord, fast food. They were just like, we're just gonna raise all our prices. I'm like,
are you ordering like DoorDash, or are you actually just going in?
No, this is me at the restaurants. I've never used DoorDash because I'm not paying $30 for a cold hamburger.
Well, yeah, it is a little more expensive there. That's kind of
a little more. It's way more. You're getting scammed because you're lazy. There are like I'll obviously order like a delivery pizza, but I haven't ordered pizza in a while.
The people working there are still just being paid $9 an hour.
No, a lot of them are starting to get paid the $15 an hour stuff because of all the
And you're wondering why your burger's more expensive.
And I didn't vote for that. I'm not the one advocating for that.
I just want to point out that they got paid like 20 in Europe.
Well, that's good. So, we're not coming there to eat at your McDonald's. Don't worry.
And our burgers aren't.
So it is a bit out your way.
Just pointing that out.
And to be fair, Americans coming over to Europe to get takeaway is a bit out their way.
I'm just pointing out that if they want to make £20, they can just fly over there and live with you guys. I'm good with that.
No, they can't. We don't want them.
Well,
tough. You enjoy them.
We got plenty. You can have them.
We have extras.
And the UK doesn't take anybody from outside anymore. Apparently, it seems.
That's because everybody outside is already there.
Or really let's give anybody.
Let's give a shout out to the.
Go ahead. Give a shout out to who?
I was going to say, let's give a shout out to the industry that has not changed their prices, the liquor industry. Liquor has remained steadily the same, at least in my area, for what I like to get.
No.
Oh, yeah. My normal bottle has stayed $12.
By the way, now at McDonald's, because I'm in my McDonald's app, because we do use them when we're, going on vacation. Big Mac sauce. By the way, you can now have a packet of Big Mac sauce. That's cool. I like that. Okay.
Fair enough.
So you can get packets of Big Mac sauce. Let me see. I'm gonna do my order. Let's see what. So what is it that you want to eat? Do you normally eat?
What at McDonald's?
Yeah, get me your. Is it a sandwich meal?
2 plain hamburgers, a small fry, a large drink, and sometimes a 4-piece chicken nugget.
Okay, McNuggets and meals.
And I have tried to order it as a Happy Meal. It's not any cheaper. It is literally almost the same price. So there's no point in getting the toy.
But you get a toy, so it's cheaper.
But then I don't get the large drink. They get stingy with you.
By the way,
they won't just give you the large drink.
By the way, the Big Mac sauce is not Thousand Island. Although I may be similar to have Thousand Island on my burgers when we make them. So you're going to get a hamburger, right?
Mm-hmm. 2 plain hamburgers.
Now I got to log in. Just drive me crazy. All right. Can't just.
It's going to come up about $7 to $9 depending upon the chicken nuggets. In my area, and I know other areas it's even more expensive.
I love the conversation in Twitch chat about the price of cider. If you're drinking Strongbow, you might want to try other ciders because Strongbow is about the crappiest cider around.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have an email. What? I have to I got a new phone, so now it's making me register my device. Okay. All right. So that's the hold up here. Sorry, team. Okay. Why am I? So we're gonna go sandwiches and meals. We're going to the hamburguesa, as they say, south of the border.
I thought for a moment, I'll tally this up in sort of GBP and see what it's comparable to, and then then I realized, I need to fucking download the app to figure that shit out, and probably if I'm downloading the app, it will need me to log in, which I don't have a login, which would mean I'd need to register. Yeah, fuck that noise.
I have the GVP4 because I pay for it monthly. It's just so much fun. Okay. Order.
Also,
by the way, I can select McDelivery, which makes everything more expensive, right?
For all of the Americans in chat right now that are confused, we are talking about alcoholic drinks. Not cider.
We're talking technically, for
They're talking about hard cider.
We're talking about hard cider, yeah.
We're talking about cider, not apple juice.
Yeah. Oh my god, it is not apple juice.
It's apple juice.
It's apple juice.
What you want, like a large Coke? Is that what you get?
A Diet Coke, a drink. It
doesn't matter. They're all the same price.
They're all $1, so best thing they've ever added.
So large Coke. Hold on, large Coke
for $1.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
24 ounces? I don't know how big their cup is.
Yeah, it depends on if you have But anyway, large Coke, small fries, 2 hamburgers, $7.56.
Yeah.
A hamburger is $3.78. That's crazy shit.
Yeah. See what I mean?
That's more than a proper pint's worth of soda.
Let me see if I can make this cheaper somehow.
Oh my god.
There's no way. They've made it. They can talk about this the daily double, so maybe check that. But yeah,
the $1, $2, $3 menu, man. There's 3 things on it: McChicken, a McDouble, and a French fry, and a McNuggets. Right?
Should I be ordering McDoubles instead?
McDouble is $1 is $2.99. A McChicken is $1.99. They're both cheaper than the hamburger. It was like 3 something.
So should I be ordering McDoubles?
Yeah. So I'm going to do it. So here, 2 McDoubles, right? By the way, you can add all kinds of shit onto a McDouble or anything.
Yeah, but I don't.
Like lettuce, tomato, all that stuff free, right? French fries. So a small fry.
I like a small fry. Right. I just like a nice little sampling of fries. I don't need a big fry. It becomes kind of
By the way, drinks used to be $1, but they're $1.49 now. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, got it. It is 2 McDoubles, $9.46. $9.76.
See, I am ordering the cheapest option.
Let me see.
So, how much is Shake Shack where you guys are?
I don't know. I have one Shake Shack.
We really don't have one.
I think we have one Shake Shack in our city, and it is nowhere near me, so I don't go there.
So I made the mistake of seeing one in London at I think we went to an Eve London.
They're smash burgers, right? Yeah.
And I was like, I've heard of this place. I didn't realize there was any in the UK. So I thought, hey, I'll order something, see what it's like, kind of thing.
Frizzle burgers.
I was floored at the fucking price, for what you get.
Yeah.
And it wasn't exactly stellar either. It wasn't it wasn't a case of wow, for that price, I get it because it's absolutely amazing. No. It was average at best.
And it was
15, 16 quid.
Wow.
And that's
at Shake Shack for a burger.
Yeah. That's Shake Shack.
I had the same experience with Five Guys last time I was in London.
Of course you did. You had a great experience with Five Guys.
It was 9 p.m. I was about to get on a train and I just wanted some food. You
had Five Guys on a train? Do you not have any modesty?
No, I went to... I picked it up from the shop and then got on my train. But
yeah.
Oh, okay, so you went to the Five Guys. Did your business, and then went to the train full of Five Guys.
Yes.
Well,
okay.
No.
I got
to take out and
he didn't eat it. Yeah, he ate it on the train. He didn't eat it and then go.
You still had Five Guys on the train.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as we're clear here.
He enjoyed Five Guys on the train. Okay, can a British person not enjoy Five Guys on a train without it resorting to just smutty jokes?
What I was going to say.
Not at all. Listen, they knew what they were doing when they named their stores that.
Yeah.
What's fun is when you get somebody who's never heard of a Five Guys and they just get so confused. They're like, what? I've literally watched an interview with the movie where they're like, oh yeah, I like to go to Five Guys. I'll have Five Guys all the time. And they're like, wait, what?
Five Guys.
But yeah, it was
especially when they say, oh, it tastes so good. Like, wait, what? Yeah. So anybody out there who doesn't know the currency conversion from GBP
by the way,
pounds to US dollars,
cheeseburger is $6.50.
15 quid.
Hey,
is $18, $19.
In freaking Philadelphia, where the taxes are even higher and it's crazy. The Shake Shack there, because there isn't one near me. $6.50 for a cheeseburger. US. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty.
By the way, my dad and I were talking. We go on vacation. I'm sitting there going, everything kind of tastes the same when we go out to eat. Even here, right? There's everything's so chain oriented and things like that. It's really hard to find just a local place where you get really good food anymore.
You say apart from when you go to a golfing event or whatever, and you can get shit for absolutely nothing.
How can I get shit for nothing on a golfing?
Almost. It was $2 or something like that for a club sandwich or whatever.
That's only at the Masters, right? They make sure that people don't get gouged there based on the cost to produce. I mean, that's just a Masters thing. But if I go down the city to a Pirates game, I'll pay $9-12 for a beer, 12-ounce beer.
That's the classic case of the rich only get richer.
It's just freaking ridiculous. There's
But you know what I mean? Right? The rich don't get price gouged, so they only get so they don't have to deal with fucking having to pay extortionate prices for stuff.
If I went to my golf club and I bought a 6-pack of beer, it would cost me more than it would cost to get a 12-pack or the 24-pack of the same beer. Right?
Oh, don't buy beer then. There.
But we have the impoverished cart girls drive around and deliver it to you. They're just trying to work their way through college. I don't understand. By the way, that's true. It is. They're all college girls trying to make money.
It is. To be fair, it is a much more noble way of making money to get through college.
Real golfers smuggle their beer in their coolers. We're not going to talk about that just in case, because Eric might be
having giant tits. You can just smuggle liquor anywhere. No one would know.
Eric might be on the board of said establishment and can't talk to such things, Commander Sarshman. I have no recollection of that senator. Okay, that's the phrase everybody has to learn. No recollection of that senator.
Why do you need to smuggle alcohol anywhere?
If you want to go to a bar and not pay for the alcohol there?
No. What it is so.
I think that's just rude.
So when I'm
not paying. Have you seen the prices?
What about situations, Dirk, when said bar doesn't sell the drink that you particularly want to have?
No.
What then? Hey,
here's a concept for you.
Well, we just spend a weekend hunting for it.
We just go and drink in a park, right?
Open container law.
Yeah, you Americans are weird.
Like good Germans do.
It depends on where you're at. They don't enforce that unless you're being rowdy.
Yeah, no. So when you go,
you have to be an asshole to
when you go to a certain property, like a professional, stadium, golf event, or even a private club, pool at the private club, whatever. They say you're not allowed to bring outside food and beverage onto the property. You have to buy it here.
Yeah, right? They want you to buy theirs.
And,
they want to make that money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fuck them.
Trust me, they're making money.
Listen, also, I have smuggled in two entire value meals from Wendy's and drinks in my purse before to a movie.
Well, movie prices for stuff are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to eat an actual lunch and not just popcorn. So,
by the way, Commander Starscream, we just put it in our sundries, our Gulf sundries bag, because we have coolers with ice in them already attached to the cart. So drive up the first hole, move everything into it. Yeah. I didn't say that. I have no recollection of that. No, true story. There was this wife. I mean, at our club, everybody's a member. She's not the wife of a member. She's a member too, right?
You sure you want to be saying this?
Yes,
on
I do.
Stream?
Yes, I do. It's not as bad as it's starting.
This one time, there was this wife. Okay,
No.
right.
And
yes.
And they're funny people. They're great members. They're awesome. Spend tons of money at the club. Don't worry about that. But when White Claw first came out, the club didn't have White Claw.
Oh, White Claw is so stupid.
Well, it's whether it is or it isn't.
It's like the LaCroix of alcohol.
This is what she drank. Okay. And of course, the barmaid say, let's just call her Cindy. Cindy, you're not allowed to have outside alcoholic beverages, at the club, right? And she goes, when you start selling White Claw, then I'll start buying it here.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with that.
Because they didn't sell it, right? So yeah, then they started selling. Fuck, I'm not paying $30 for a 12 pack of PBR.
I had White Claw once, and it was so stupid.
You should use that, Dirk.
Yeah. How the fuck can you drink White Claw? Like,
I've never drank one, so I don't even know what they taste like.
It's so boring. It's just like bubbly
of
water
course.
with a little bit of flavor.
Exactly. Like it has seen flavor once.
Yeah, it's the LaCroix of alcohol.
I will faint memory of flavor, like
strawberries whispered from another room.
I will admit, one time in college, I might have had a Zima. So yeah. White Claw, what the hell's the difference,
Yeah, pretty much. So we
Bring
are
on
past
the
our
Jack
20
Daniels.
minutes, but there's.
All right.
I agree. Well, actually, I prefer bourbon over whiskey. But, anyways,
is Jack Daniels bourbon?
Eve? No, it is not.
Are you
because
sure?
they color it. Yep, they color it. That is why
Jack Daniels is just bad.
Jack is fine, but it doesn't always agree with me, so that's why I don't usually get it.
I'm going to be mixing
are you
like
gonna
a
tell me
whiskey with Coke, then I'm probably not going to use a regular, decent whiskey.
Eric,
I'll just use
as the bourbon aficionado who's gone through 3 different bourbon tastings as well as multiple tours on how they make bourbon. No, yeah. Jack Daniels is not bourbon.
I was just looking up, but I'm not talking about that aspect of Daniels. Who here, and by this is audience participation. All right, guys.
Oh, there we go.
Hold on. You're just gonna X up if this is true, but I gotta find where is the frickin'.
I would like to point out, Dawn, as well, Jack Daniels isn't a whiskey because they don't age it for long enough. It's just a sour mash.
It's a Tennessee whiskey, motherfucker. Don't mess with Tennessee. Anyway, who has had in their life, ready for this, a Hoopy snowshoes? Doesn't have anything to do with Jack Daniels.
Sounds like something you may get on a register for.
Anyone?
Also,
Mac, we'll see.
Mac, if you just want to mix it with Coke, then why not Tullamore?
Okay.
Dude, just get
I've never heard of it. So
I've never heard of Tullamore. Really?
No,
you're gonna
probably because we don't stay. I don't generally see it sold here. So
if you are gonna mix your bourbon with a mixer, just get the cheapest one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't care.
It'll taste great. It'll taste perfectly fine. Okay. That's not the cheapest one, though.
Maybe the Irish are like, yeah, we're gonna sell our whiskey to everyone except the English.
Except the English.
Well,
and probably the Scottish.
By the way, so Hardlock 3, no, it has nothing to do with Canada. Hoopy is is kind of a term, at least used in Pennsylvania, to refer to West Virginians. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. It's something I learned in a bar. Okay. A Hoopy snowshoes. You're all going to puke when I tell you what the 3 ingredients are. One is ice. The other is wild turkey whiskey. And
I love wild turkey.
Hold on, I don't mind it, but and 1-to-1 mixture with peppermint schnapps.
Ew, no.
Okay,
What?
sounds disgusting, horrible, gross. Okay, so I had a friend, and this he drank this at the bars. I'm like, I am not drinking this ever. Sounds disgusting. There's no way we can do this. It's gonna be terrible. Finally, my senior year, last month, he says, you got to try one. We've been here 4 years. Right. So I try one. Holy shit, it's actually good. Not something I would drink all the time, but, it's you have whiskey, but you have peppermint fresh breath. It's beautiful.
Kind of sounds like something. Kind of sounds like something that another thing that I heard that I thought wouldn't go, but apparently does, which is Bailey's and Kraken.
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Bailey's and coconut vodka.
What the fuck is coconut vodka?
It's amazing. You can actually use Malibu too.
Yeah, Malibu would work.
Yeah, Malibu's good. It's over ice. Bailey's and Kraken. Yes, you did, Evil Spoon. I don't know who said it. I don't know why they said it. It frightens the shit out of me. But hey,
I know some people in this channel have actually tried it and said it's actually not bad.
I'm gonna try it. I'll try it.
You gotta try everything at least once, right?
And then if we're talking about dessert drinks, you might as well do a B52, right?
That's what she said last night. That works better with Soth's comment than yours, but I was delayed. Okay, so what are we gonna talk about Eve? What's a good rum?
Eve has happened.
By the way, best line ever uttered in a movie by Jack Sparrow. When she burns all the rum, he goes, "But why the rum?"
Why's the rum gone?
She burned it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
so I heard, not to sort of take the conversation wildly off topic and onto Eve, that there's been some people who have been minimizing some stuff, like losses and then have been called out for being hypocrites as well.
You don't say. They minimize losses.
I mean, like that would ever happen.
Anyway,
like that would ever happen. Yeah, like that would ever happen in EVE Online, right? Like people minimizing losses and then being called out.
Mac, I gotta defend them here, okay? Clearly, multiple keepstar kills are not a success for goons, right? Because the bar is very high for us. But for Pandemic Horde, killing an Antiplex is clearly a big win, right? Clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all relative.
You're not wrong there. It is all relative. Oh, Jesus.
Is it a first cousin, second cousin, relative thing, or sister? I'm confused. Based on the earlier conversation.
Oh, we're back to that conversation, are we? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what level of relatedness are we getting to here?
Whatever it is, it's not permissible on OnlyFans, it seems. So I imagine Dirk is really confused right now, right?
Oh yeah, he wasn't here for that.
No, he wasn't. Hilarious. Well, I was barely here for that.
You weren't even here for most of it.
Yeah.
We had a great pre-show conversation, Dirk. You should we'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, you missed it, man. But we have research for a segment next week based on it, so you can stay for that.
Oh God.
Oh, okay. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Ish. Yeah.
By the way, for those who don't know, In the second round with their pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers picked Joey Porter Jr. His dad is a very nice gentleman. But yeah, he's going to make a lot of money and kick some ass and make our defense amazing. So thank you. Welcome, Joey Porter Jr. from Push to Talk. Okay. That's my service announcement for today. So what you're saying is blowing up Keep Stars is easy. Not a big deal.
I mean, it really isn't that hard compared to how hard Pappy made it seem during the last war, where they refused to do it unless they spent 5 weeks controlling the system and, wasting everybody's fucking time.
Yeah.
We just brute force it because, meh.
Yeah, well, because we can't.
Yeah, we had a smaller force too, so it's I don't even know why. They could have just rolled through Delve way faster if they just hadn't been such pussies.
Thank God they were.
I mean, yeah, I guess thank God they were pussies, but dear Lord.
I mean, imagine how much fun we had that whole time while they were taking over Delve, sitting there going, you're going to blow some shit up, but you're not going to keep any of the space, and we'll own it all back in a week or two after you're gone. By the way, I think we did say that on this show at the beginning of the war.
What?
Roll the tape, McLeod. No, I'm pretty sure we did. I mean, seriously, who spends 18 months of their life blowing shit up only to give it all back in 2 weeks? Seriously.
I mean,
who does that?
The thing is with Eve, if you don't stay in a space, anybody can take it very quickly. So unless someone was actually going to live here, which I know they were quote unquote going to have Tess live here, but
And the funny thing is, you'll hear this as sort of as a narrative from Pappy and associated alliances and stuff, as sort of, I don't know, would you call it reductive history or just entirely fabricated history? That the reasoning why we the reason why we left the North the first time, after basically bulldozing a whole bunch of Keep Stars, was because we ran out of steam to carry on doing it, and that we couldn't handle blowing up stuff anymore. Whereas in actual fact,
blowing up stuff really does not get people motivated at all, ever.
No. But watching Pappy tears every single time they're trying to basically minimize the loss of yet another Keep Star in the North. Mm-hmm. was sustaining our Super and Titan fleets just fine. The reasoning why we left the North to concentrate on Delve was because on the first time, that is, was because of what was it, the blackout, right?
Oh, the blackout. That was fun.
Pretty fucking.
Pretty
fucking sharp.
And drifters.
When suddenly all that, and suddenly drifters, suddenly blackout, and we literally had to call a halt on everything in the North to fucking go and basically defend something which we had absolutely no fucking idea as to how serious it was going to be. But at least at the time, it seemed like it was going to be very fucking serious, right?
Well, yeah.
But you hear sort of and I've heard it many times in the past, Pappy talking about that period of time, somehow they seem to have recoded it in their head that they were victorious in driving us away. In that time,
everyone was scrambling at that point. I don't know. But I wonder if it's just that they don't have anybody left over there who really actually remembers back that far, because you've got to think at this point this is
that's possible.
4.5 years ago.
It is possible, I guess.
If their leadership has changed so much in recent years, and maybe they just kind of forgot that happened. maybe it's just a trauma response. You know, they were so traumatized by it that they can't even think about it anymore. But either way, yeah, everyone was going home to defend their own shit, and nobody wanted to be. Nobody wanted to be fighting each other while we had the game to fight with.
Yeah, it just so happened that, like, you know, Pappy were home and we were the ones on deployment pushing their shit in at the time. So we're the ones that were like, oh shit, we probably best get home. Kind of defend our stuff. Yeah. I just wanted to add that because, like, you know, narrative-wise and recoding history and all that.
By the way, I don't know if you guys talked about it last week. Posh Fen sites got basically wound backwards. So I wasn't able to be here last week. Sorry, that's the other Eve news that's out there right now.
Is there any particular reason for that? Like, were people abusing the shit
it's more of like a I told you so. Like, all of us told them so like 3 months ago when they changed it, like that what they were doing was stupid and they shouldn't even bother with it, but
they had to learn it for themselves.
Hold on,
pretty much.
I have to query the database. How many times we've said that?
Our answer is yes.
400,038 times. And if we have to say
don't forget the one from the week before, so add an extra 10 to that.
Okay.
Well, thank God it wasn't as much as I thought.
400,048 times.
Thank you. But yeah, they basically found out after 4 months that if you take away the only thing that provides any money to and generates a major conflict in the area, that the area just dies. And then 5 people get money instead of 40.
Wow.
Mm.
Literally, it was down to about 5 multi-box runners, and that was it.
Just happily doing it 24/7.
I mean, as much as like the timers will let them, but yes.
Yeah.
So the money didn't change much, just the amount of people that were doing it.
So was it? So just consider the fact that I have no fucking clue how it works, right? Was it a case of when a site was completed, nobody knew when that site had been completed or when a new site would be generated, other than
once that site died, the person who ran it knows that another one's going to spawn at exactly 30. You know, it got down to 35 minutes from when they killed it, and they have alpha alts cloaked up, logged off in every single Poshvin system, so they can just cycle through and see where it spawned and run over there. And because it's one person doing it, they can have all 15 ships ready in a minute, where if you're trying to get a group of people together, you got to ping out a fleet and be like, let's go. And then people are like, hold on, I got to log in and move and stuff. These people they know when it's coming up, they get ready, and then they just go. So there was never a way to beat them to the site. Because even if you get to the site when they're doing it, unless you do more damage than they do, you don't get the money, even if you finish it and run them off. So if you don't get there first, there's no point in really doing it. And the problem is the fleets they're using are typically Ishtar fleets. So they're usually 300 kilometers from the warpin that you can't even like kill them anyways. All you can do is like kill their drones, maybe. You have to catch them on gates and shit. But it's such a hassle, and it's like, ooh, I killed more Ishtars. Woo! But like at the end of the day, the amount of effort it takes to do it is just like, eh. So it was literally like 5 people. Like only one person would still use paladins. And that was because he was doing them all himself. That was it. So there's no other sites in there that are worth doing any money. All the other sites pay out like maybe $1 million ISK for the whole site. It's pretty fucking atrocious. So,
that is pretty terrible. But like, you know, I thought that there may have been a mechanic whereby, you know, the person who finishes the site knows specifically how long the timer is until the next site it pops up, and
no
nobody
mechanic.
else does.
They just write it down. So they just it's 35 minutes from the moment it dies, or it's the moment the beacon disappears. So they just write down 35 minutes from now, look for a site. So
okay.
It just became so like no one could contest. And now like the past like 2 weeks they've been like fighting over the sites in there a bit more. But But it's really funny watching some groups come in thinking they're hot shit and then getting steamrolled because they don't know how things really work in Boschman. So it's been fun. But yeah, other than that,
been fairly quiet on the EU front.
It's been for a while now.
I am not sure. I don't know if there's anything else going on right now.
I mean, I think there's some stuff that in the works, right? Sothra still?
There is some stuff in the works, yeah. I mean, we did talk about the opens last week.
Oh, okay, you good point.
Oh, are we allowed to talk about that yet?
Well, we already talked about it, so yes.
Okay.
Whoa! We breaking news?
No, it's broken news.
We'll
We
fix
already
it.
broke the news a week ago.
We'll fix it. Don't worry.
Oh, Jesus.
Ugh.
Yeah, other than that, I've just been playing Dynasty Warriors. Nostalgia hitting real hard.
Dynasty Wars.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Doesn't sound like any. Oh. Damn.
No, it is not an Eve game.
It's not a. No, I was wondering, like, it's what I mean. It has nothing to do with dinosaurs either.
No. Dinosaur is the server that I play on is very rules heavy, and sometimes you just need a break from the bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I'm still surprised nobody comes plays Atlas with me. Very sad.
Atlas?
Nope.
I'm not a fan of Atlas. Atlas was very weird.
The Supreme servers make it fun. No grind.
No, I don't mean
ride.
I don't mean like the servers were kind of strange. Like I'm talking about like the entire feel of the game feels weird.
Really? Like what about it?
Yeah, like control of character, like like movement through the world. Like it all feels a bit kind of like hacked together. Not really feeling like. You don't feel like your character has like any kind of like it's weird. It's like if you've ever played a game like, say, for example, Alien Isolation, right? Alien Isolation is a great game where you kind of feel the weight and the presence of your character like a lot. What I would say Atlas is like the absolute opposite of that. It feels really wishy-washy, like I don't know, like it's just it doesn't have a good feel.
I don't know. Most of my time's on a boat blowing shit up.
Maybe like when you're on a boat it may feel a little bit better, but like individual character and movement and stuff like that, like it always felt a little bit off to me.
I think you should try it now. It's pretty cool. And playing in a place where you don't have to like defend your island constantly is kind of nice too. And
from Chinese marauders.
And when you don't have to sit there and just freaking spend hours and hours and hours harvesting stuff to build shit. No, they have auto harvesters now, which is kind of nice. And then they have
I like how
you can go out and fight like remember the old glowing ships of the damned? That was like the only thing to go fight. Now they have like real pirate ships, corsairs and things that.
Okay.
And they also have Viking ships, and you can build Viking ships now. So the Viking ships, man, they try and burn your ship to the ground. First time I encountered them, I'm like sailing through. I'm just sailing through. I don't want to deal with them, right? I'm trying to get home. No, man, they like launch some exploding barrels on me, and my ship's on fire, and eventually like all but one sail is gone, and I'm limping away. And thank God, one of the guys I was with, he just bed transferred over and built some sails, and off we went. But shit,
A bit touch and go there for you, was it?
It was a little touch and go. I almost died. Right, but now they have all kinds of different ships, right? That you can even build. I built a couple, but the nice thing is, you have some animals that you farm for certain things, right? Let's take chickens for example. You had to pick up all those damn eggs. Remember that, McLeod? Pick up the eggs all the time, right? No, now you just stick them in a hen house. Walk over to the hen house, say, "Oh, I'll just take all the eggs." Go back home, and if they generate fertilizer automatically for you.
I like when they make games that are super grindy, and then they're like, and then when people are like, God, this game's so grindy, like, hold on, we'll automate everything we made. I'm like, what was the point of it?
Because I like to sail, right?
No, I mean, like, just like in general, video games that make like a lot of grindy sections, and then they just automate it after maybe like a couple months of people complaining that it's too grindy. Like, there are ways to make grinding fun, guys. You just gotta
or they make you pay
fresh.
for skipping
or you
shit.
pay for it, right? Yeah.
Well, what the Supreme team does, and they have lots of gaming servers out there with all kinds of games. They've gone in and they've created add-ons for the game, so you go in and you can get a Supreme this, right? And one of the things everybody hated with Atlas was, hey, I built a wall, but I can't ever move the wall, right? All the if you build the ones they have the add-ons that, hey, I put a wall there, but I don't want a wall there anymore. I'm going to take it down and place it somewhere else. I don't have to rebuild it and waste all the resources and things. Or I accidentally placed it in the wrong place and I need to move it, right? So all that stuff is movable. In fact, I think with the Supreme sails, like if you build a ship with speed sails, you can change those sails to other sails for different wind conditions. Just pull them down, put new ones up if you want to take that time. So it's pretty cool. I'm having fun. I mean, you can do it alone. I mean, I just went out this morning, and I killed some Corsairs and a couple Vikings. I got 10,000 gold. That's months of island maintenance and crew maintenance. So
yeah.
So you don't, the grindiness is, and they have PvP areas, so you can build your PvP ships, go to the PvP event in the PvP grids, and fight people on ships. And they have events where you fight people that are organized and things. So that makes it kind of fun, right?
Well, that's pretty decent.
Yeah. So yeah, they make it fun. So yeah, so I kind of like it. But yeah, that's kind of my non-Eve thing for the day.
I love how Omri's like, play every game permadeath, because they provide so much more content that way. And I'm just here going, well, if you're gonna spend 120 hours on a game campaign in like some open world shooter or whatever, permadeath potentially not what you want.
No, even better. I used to play hardcore in Diablo 3, which means when your character dies, it's gone. And I lost 2 characters to the servers dying. Not even my own internet connection. The servers died. And my character died in game because connection was lost, and Diablo 3 is always online, right? So, yeah.
By the way, that's what Laszlo posted. I posted that link, and those online heard the. That's when I clicked his link, checking out what the hell it was.
But looks like always online, it is a feature and definitely better for the player.
Oh yeah, sure.